Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Blockchain and Crypto Today with your host, Kyle Ellicott. We've got a ton of news for you today. The landscape exploded with fun yesterday. New fundings, big corporate announcements, and also some activity in the regulation space as well. So let's go ahead and run it down. By the way, following this, you can find all information on LATOKEN.com under the Moments section. I'll also point you in a few other directions at the end as well. But here we go. Let's jump into today's news. Amazon Web Services, AWS, managed blockchain service, now services and supports Ethereum out of the box, some 2 years after integration was hinted at in 2018. With the launch, AWS customers can easily provision Ethereum nodes in minutes and also connect to public Ethereum mainnet and testnets instantly. Now, for those who may not be aware, this is something, again, that has been talked about for some time. There's many blockchain as a service or BaaS companies out there. AWS had not done this outside of Hyperledger until yesterday. So this is exciting news for the industry. PayPal, continuing to make waves. PayPal is said to be in the process of buying Curve, not Curve Financial, but Curve, a technology firm that powers the secure storage of cryptocurrency. There are sources out there saying the deal could be worth anywhere from $200 to $500 million. We're waiting for that to be finalized and confirmed as well. Next up, Hong Kong digital asset custody solution Hex Trust has launched a license custody service for non-fungible tokens, also known as NFTs. We know the NFT space has been on fire, seeing over $200 and now $50 million worth of transactions in these first 61 days of the year. Remember, 2020 saw an entire $250 million for the year in volume, and we're just 61 days in, surpassing that all-time high. In terms of regulation, Kentucky lawmakers have approved a House bill providing tax breaks for crypto miners. The bill is aimed to encourage the crypto mining industry within the state of Kentucky. It is now going to the upper house for final review. Custody wallet Exodus is seeking SEC permission to tokenize shares aimed for about a $75 million raise. Under the terms of an SEC Reg A, now not the Crowd CF, which we've talked about. Remember, Crowd CF went from just over $1 million to allowing for over $5 million to be raised. The Reg A was recently, or until here in another week, limited to a $50 million raise. On March 15th, that increases to $75 million. This is a huge, again, milestone for the industry, both on the regulatory side and also for companies fundraising. Exodus will look to accept Bitcoin, Ether, and USDC for those shares and equity that are tokenized. Crypto tax startup TaxBit raises $100 million in a round led by Paradigm Tiger Global, including participants of PayPal Ventures, again, PayPal in the news, Coinbase Ventures, the Winklevoss twins and their capital group as well. Speaking of fundraising, Binance has announced an investment in crypto hedge fund Multicoin Capital. A little bit of a shocker in the industry in terms of seeing exchanges start to invest into hedge funds, but also venture funds as well. However, these are not the first investors. Multicoin investors include Rivet Capital and also Union Square Ventures, along with Mark Andreessen, tied to A16 or Andreessen Horowitz, and the former COO, Chief Operating Officer of PayPal as well. Discover Financial, finally, we have Visa, we have MasterCard, Amex made an investment in Falcon X. We've seen a little bit more from them, and all of a sudden yesterday, Discover Financial has announced that it is planning to break into the crypto space with a suite of yet to be developed crypto products. According to recent job postings, Now, Discover is the third largest credit card company brand in the United States. And as they are seeking out these new employees, they're looking to build out their cryptocurrency roadmap. It's unclear, again, what those products will be and also how it may try to leverage its 57 million card holders for the crypto industry. Kings of Leon, on the heels of Blau and a few others, Kings of Leon will release their new album as a NFT, a non-fungible token, becoming the first rock band to do so. Again, we saw Blau do this as well last week or last weekend and sold over $11 million for his tokenized album and NFT sales. Kings of Leon's new album, When You See Yourself, will be delivered as three different types of tokens. The first, a special album package. The second, offering live show perks. And the third, containing exclusive audio-visual art. Lastly, Brave has announced today the company has acquired Tailcat, an open search engine developed by a group formerly working on privacy search and browser projects as well. Again, a great acquisition for the company. That's your quick rundown. I know it was a lot today, but there's a lot more happening. I've got suspicions that we're going to see even more headlines and bigger news in the landscape tomorrow and Friday as well as we come to the close of this first week of March. That's your news rundown for today at Blockchain and Crypto Today with your host, Kyle Ellicott. Check us out everywhere at latoken.com/moments for some of today's news. You can also check me out online at Kyle Ellicott on Twitter for more of these types of news and others. Also, a big thank you to the LATOKEN team for making today's episode possible. A big shout out to Maria and Hasmik for making it happen and dealing with me this morning and getting everything prepared. So a big thank you to the entire team. We're going to take a short break and we're going to be bringing investors from around the world to break this all down, talking about everything happening in the blockchain industry and what's happening in seed investing as well. So stay tuned. We'll see you here in just a few minutes and join us back as well for more blockchain and crypto tomorrow with your host, Kyle Ellicott. Big shout out again. Thank you, team, and Maria.